Gravity's Rainbow, Part 3, Chapter 0. A Canvas for a New World. An analysis of Gravity's Rainbow on the title and epigraph of Part 3, In the Zone. Part 3, In the Zone. In William S. Burroughs' novel, Naked Lunch, he introduces the interzone, a tract of country free from laws, where the differentiation between the living and the dead become blurred. This zone is where Slothrop will enter and spend his time throughout the course of Part 3. The parallels in the title are apparent both in that in the zone is clearly an assonance to interzone, and in that it is structurally similar to Part 1's beyond the zero, the first words being a preposition, the second being obvious enough, and the third beginning with a Z. This assonance and equating zero with zone, knowing that zero is a reference to the dividing line between life and death, proves we will be entering a similar zone to what Burroughs predicted in Naked Lunch and a number of his future novels. The zone has its differences, though. In Gravity's Rainbow, it is post-war Germany, being a representation of the post-World War II world as a whole. The stagnant world that does not know exactly what to do with itself now that things are over. But the people who have manipulated this world into being have their own plans. Walter Rathenau predicted a synthesis with images of growing smokestacks bringing oil to the forefront of the world, 1.19. Corporations have begun merging to hide and empower their more nefarious doings, and information has become the ideal commodity, 2.7, which could give power to the more tangible ones. And the middlemen, those below them, such as Mexico pointsmen and the rest of Pisces, are now being thrown out because they know too much, 2.8. They have used these pieces to wipe Germany and the world clean, to build a more marketable, profitable world that they can thrive in. As Slothrop traverses these landscapes searching for the Escharoth, he will observe their new coming world, a Fourth Reich that will eventually be perfected in the 60s, and we will observe the last reaches of his freedom and the freedom of that which he represents. The Epigraph. Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Dorothy, on arriving in Oz. The line is spoken after Dorothy and her dog Toto have been swept up in a storm and dropped off in a mysterious new world. Its use in the epigraph reinforces the idea of the inner zone in the title, but hints that Slothrop, now entering the interzone/Oz, did not arrive here of his own true volition. There was a storm that picked him up and placed him here, the storm being the constant pressure Pointsman and the White Visitation has placed on him, from behind. While he was allowed to escape from the casino Hermann Göring, he was only allowed to do so under the hidden pretense that he would be followed, leading to his paranoia that would cause his further flight into the zone. And now that he has reached it, he believes that he must find a certain object, the Escharoth, just as Dorothy had to seek the Wizard of Oz, in order to return home. But whatever may be behind the curtain, whichever entity he seeks, is controlled by other beings that he cannot imagine. Beings molding this new world to fit their own intentions. That's the end of Part 3, Chapter 0, on the title and epigraph of Part 3. Quick footnote that I just kind of skipped over, but I still want to say it. Naked Lunch is a must-read if you've not read Burroughs' novels before. I'd say it's probably the first one of his true great novels, though if you're looking for something a little less intense and complex, his first two novels, Junkie and Queer, are also amazing. And then everything past Naked Lunch is similarly brilliant. There's really no novels that by him that I don't love. I recently just finished a full read-through of his entire major works. So go read Naked Lunch. Check out his Nova trilogy. Check out his City of the Red Knight trilogy. Just read Burroughs. Anyway, sorry again, that's the end of Part 3, Chapter 0. Next week will be Part 3, Chapter 1, so I'll see you for that. Thank you.